He wanted, look, he hasn't, for years and years, he's been attacking me, and it's one way, and he won't have me on. He's consistently not having me on. By the way, I'm moving on. I have no interest.
You're done with him?
Joe Rogan's the Facebook of podcasting. He was sitting across one of the brightest minds in podcasting right now.
It's the kind of cultural clash that only 2025 could produce. Gavin Newsom, governor, possible future president, an immaculate hair enthusiast, squaring off with Joe Rogan, the tattooed oracle of the world's largest podcast. Their ongoing feud isn't about policy or ideology. It's about authenticity, ego, and who gets to define what real means in America. It began when Rogan called Newsom a fake Democrat who wants to be president so bad, mocking him as a polished salesman in a world that now rewards rough edges. Newsom, never one to miss a stage, responded by publicly saying he'd love to come on the Joe Rogan Experience to talk it out. Rogan dismissed the offer, implying the governor's sudden interest in free-form conversation was about as spontaneous as a campaign photo shoot. The internet loved every second. Liberals praised Newsom's confidence, conservatives cheered Rogan's takedown, and everyone else sighed, realizing this was how politics works now, as a kind of interactive entertainment.
Gavin Newsom obviously is in sort of a soft campaign right now to set the table to run for president. I mean, he's desperate. He's like some kid who wants to be the class president.
Did you see him on Sean Ryan's podcast?
I did not. I'm sorry I missed that one.
He's doing podcasts.
Wow.
It was a disaster.
Well, he's got his own podcast, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. So how do you do on Sean's?
Terrible.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Terrible. It was terrible. I mean, there's only so much you can say. Like, the record speaks for itself. His record is terrible.
Well, that's
People
the problem.
are fleeing the state. Yeah. The disaster that came about because of the fire, the homeless situation is untenable. It's all madness.
At its heart, this isn't a political fight. It's a style war. Rogan's brand of authenticity is sweaty, unfiltered, and built on 3-hour conversations about elk meat and aliens. Newsom's is sculpted, data-driven, and soaked in talking points. To Rogan's crowd, Newsom's smoothness screams phony. To Newsom's camp, Rogan's off-the-cuff populism looks like chaos with a microphone. Both men are fluent in different dialects of sincerity, and both accuse the other of faking it. Then came Newsom's interview on CNN's new show The Story Is, hosted by Alex Michelson. In a moment that made the rounds online, Newsom referred to Rogan's podcast as the Facebook of podcasting, a dig that implied Rogan's empire spreads misinformation and macho nonsense the way Facebook spreads conspiracy memes. It was a line that probably played well in a CNN studio, but to Rogan's millions of listeners, it came across as smug technocrat energy, the very thing they rebel against.
He wanted, look, he hasn't, for years and years, he's been attacking me, and it's one way, and he won't have me on. He's consistently not having me on. By the way, I'm moving on. I have no interest.
You're done with him?
Joe Rogan's the Facebook of podcasting. He was sitting across one of the brightest minds in podcasting right now. The guy was in the mic. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of people at the mic doing extraordinary things in podcasting.
I mean, Joe Rogan's got a pretty big audience still, though.
You know what? But with all due respect, if he has a big audience but he doesn't have big enough confidence, I didn't go there, to have me on.
Well, you've called him a chicken.
He's been attacking for... here's the thing. These guys, they all have something in common. It's one way. They attack, they belittle, they demean, they take things out of context. But this is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And so often we just sit back and go, oh, God, I really would love to go on. Oh, if Kamala Harris just went on Joe Rogan, she would have won. It's not. It's so much deeper than that. And the unwillingness for a guy like that to even have the common courtesy to attack someone and not have the decency to say, you know what, why don't you have a chance to come on? Let's have a civil dialogue. I've watched you on podcasts with like Sean Ryan, who's a close buddy of his. He had the courage on me have 4 hours.
Right.
Sean Hannity, folks like that. And so if I can go on Sean Ryan and Sean Hannity, what are you worried about? Joe, you're going to cook me, or I'm going to cook myself.
Rogan didn't need to respond. His fans handled that for him across Reddit and X, formerly Twitter, calling Newsom out for punching up at someone far more popular. Meanwhile, comedians like Shane Gillis and his co-host Matt on their Matt and Shane's secret podcast, couldn't resist joining the circus.
I should have hit him with the Gavin Newsom, just being like, "That's interesting. That's really interesting." Did you see that clip?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it. Gavin.
That's my favorite.
Gavin.
What was he trying to get at? I don't even like. They asked him about APAC, I guess, and he went, "Oh, that's interesting. You bring that."
Yeah, he's like, I don't know anything about that.
That's
he was
interesting.
basically like, I don't know what that is.
But then no,
like,
then
what
he
are you
went,
talking about?
But he went, but that's interesting. That's very interesting. You bring that up.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you do?
It's a nice defense.
I know.
Oh, I'm very interested in that.
I thought he was being
Never thought of
like,
it that way.
"What are you up to?" I think
Yeah.
it's like, oh wow, okay.
It's an interesting point. APAC. Do you get to watch any of the No Kings protest highlights?
I caught a little bit.
I went to a nice little algorithm. It's fucking crazy.
I had X on the way home, and I was on there watching the No King stuff. It was
You see the guy get his glasses stolen?
no,
And fall?
no. From what I understood, it was
Took the most brutal fall.
no.
Ass up. Fucking,
Who,
he
who
went,
snatched his glasses?
some fucking liberal punk, dude.
I might have just been getting propagandized through Twitter, but it was really that my algorithm was kind of presenting it to me as an epic liberal fail of going to like white people into
It
like
was.
poor neighborhoods and being like, "No kings," no, and everyone there being like, "Get the fuck out!"
Yeah, it was all very embarrassing. They're trying to hit the playbook
Yeah.
last time, which even now is like embarrassing to look at.
Strip away the noise, and what remains is a uniquely modern standoff. Newsom wants to prove he's fearless enough to face a hostile audience, a kind of political Bear Grylls moment. Rogan wants to show that no politician, however polished, can survive the unfiltered ecosystem he rules. Each represents a different kind of power. Rogan, the decentralized populist who built his empire outside institutions. Newsom, the institutionalist trying to stay relevant in a culture that distrusts institutions. Ironically, they need each other. Newsom gets attention from an audience that normally wouldn't give a governor the time of day. Rogan gets a fresh political villain to dissect on air. The tension fuels both of them, and neither can quite afford for it to end. It's symbiosis disguised as combat, influencer politics in its purest form.
California Governor Gavin Newsom, who hosts his own podcast, has invited Joe Rogan onto his show and publicly asked to be invited onto Rogan's show.
Joe, why won't you have me on the show? He won't have me on the show. It's a one way. And he has guests coming and attacking and bashing, but he will not have me on the show, period. Full stop. He should have me on the show. Come on my show, Joe.
I think I'll probably vote for Bernie.
Rogan expressing support for Bernie Sanders' presidential run in 2020
It's stand-up. It's funny stuff.
and backed President Trump in 2024, though he's criticized some of his policies in recent months.
What we're experiencing is America in reverse.
But Rogan doesn't seem impressed by a potential Newsom presidential run in 2028.
You can't ruin a city and then go on to ruin a state and say, guys, that was just practice.
I know.
Once I get it as a president, I'm going to fix it. Fix it all.
I mean, it's so crazy, but he's such a great politician. I mean,
No,
he's
he's
so
not.
smooth.
He's
Oh, you
not,
don't think
though.
so?
No, I think he's terrible.
So what's the lesson here? Probably that American politics has finally merged completely with show business. Governors challenge podcasters to duels of authenticity. Comedians turn policy debates into sketch material. And everyone pretends this isn't performance art. Newsom and Rogan aren't really enemies. They're co-stars in the same algorithmic drama, each playing the role that keeps their fans tuned in. And whether they ever actually share a microphone or not, they've already done what matters most in 2025. Go viral.